Our Mike Wagenheim joining us from Israeli Parliament in Jerusalem, where he's been covering the story as it is developing. And Mike, we've heard from the Likud party, Netanyahu's own Likud party, throughout that they are sticking beside him. They don't want to entertain any what-ifs. We heard that again from a Likud lawmaker on this show just a few minutes ago. Now the real question is, will they actually stick to it, or will cracks in the coalition start forming?
No, Rita, the fallout has just begun from these announcements tonight and Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's reaction. Something that struck me about the Prime Minister's reaction tonight as I was watching it, not so much the words, but the tone of it. In prior months, prior weeks, he's been a bit smug, a bit arrogant, a bit dismissive, sort of just shooing away. We know it's coming. It all means nothing. Tonight was a much more serious, much more fiery tone than we've seen from the Prime Minister. I think the heaviness of what's happening has started to hit him a little bit. But the fallout has just begun. We're not really going to know how the Israeli public at large reacts to this story. It's not going to happen tonight. It's going to take 24, 48, maybe 72 hours, maybe until the beginning of next week, until we really get a sense how the public feels about this. And this is politics. You don't always do what's right. You oftentimes, especially here in Israel, you do what's good for you. And I think the coalition partners are going to look at how the public feels, how the polling numbers go, and then they'll start to get a sense of how to move forward, whether it's with Benjamin Netanyahu, without him, or whether they just push this aside and say, hey, let it carry out its course, let the Attorney General make his decision, and then we'll go from there.
Okay. Mike Wagenheim there in the Parliament. Thank you for that.